What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hold on, let me go check this real quick. I want to make sure we good to go. Mic check, mic check. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hold on, let me go check this real quick. I want to make sure we good to go. Oh, we good. We good. Okay, cool. With that said, listen, we out the gate running. Let me get the let me get the let me get we going to the fives. Shout out, shout out. I don't know what my phone doing right now. I apologize. Let me go to my library because I definitely and I had to go look into it. I'm like I seen that and I thought it was something, but then I just been working all day, so I ain't been able to get back to it. But he got to it. Shout out the battle rap booth, right? Right? Great minds think alike. You know what I mean? Great minds think alike. I saw that earlier, and then I had to go to work. Right? So here we go. Right? URL contracts. URL contracts. If you have the type of contract, if your contract has the wording from some of the pictures that was posted about what's in Easy's contract, as easy to block captain's contract that is. If you have that paragraph in there about the being a contractor, independent contractor, and an employee, and you're labeled as independent contractor, technically your contract is null and void. hmm Technically, your contract is null and void. Now, if you already wanted to fight it, we about to get into it. I'm gonna go right to the specifics. If they wanted to fight it, they could attempt to fight it and take it to court, but then they would have to, in order for them to counter themselves in the contract, they would have to classify you as an employee, which means you're missing plenty benefits, pay, and everything from the time you should have been an employee. And they would have to go back because they haven't been covering you like an employee like they're supposed to by state and federal law. Okay? By state and federal law. All right? So I'm going to read you some stuff. Right? I'm going to read you some stuff that I was on. Again, shout out Battle Rap Booth. You know what I mean? I ain't got his stuff, but it's pretty much along the line, along with some way more. Okay? So I'm going to get into it, one of the specifics on the contract itself. Right? Because in there, besides this paragraph, they pretty much have y'all sign a non-compete. So y'all can't go to certain leagues or specific leagues or whatever that case is. That's void. They can't do that if you an independent contractor. If you self-employed, no company can stop you from seeking employment from another business. Can't do that. All right. So I'm gonna read this. Can I make my independent contractors sign non-compete agreements? This is just the question, right? I'm gonna give you the answer. Theoretically, you could compel someone uninformed and or desperate enough to sign anything, but should you? No, never, never, ever, ever. is what it says. All right. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't just cross a line; it tramples through it, spits on it, and lights it on fire, and dares to retaliate. Non-compete agreements typically constitute an inappropriate degree of control over self-employed professionals. Right? Let me read that again. So you're limiting a self-employed employee like they're an employee, or a self-employed individual like they're an employee, but you don't give them the benefits of an employee. Can't do that, right? A non-compete agreement typically constitute an inappropriate degree of control over self-employed professionals. Okay, and this is a big thing right here. On the federal level, there is a focus on misclassified workers. Congressional leaders are now demanding that the Department of Labor focus on investigating and punishing employers misclassifying workers, and that the DOL coordinate these efforts with the Internal Revenue Service. Right. So if you the company that's doing this right here, you can go. They looking for you. URL. I doubt if they take this really that they should be getting rid of everybody contracts right now, man. They should be tearing up everybody contracts, bro, and getting this up out of there quick, fast. This is why Easy say he doubt if they take it to court. He doubt if they take this to court. If even if that, I take it to court anyway. If I'm Easy, I'm forcing it to go to court. If you don't come for me, I'm coming for you. Right? I'm coming for you. All right. Um, hold on, where we at? Okay. Uh, now, a non-compete agreement signed by a so-called independent contractor. Remember, again, these are in their contracts with these 5 and 6 year contracts. Excuse me. They do have non-compete in there. This is why it says that they can't go to RBE, stuff of that nature. Even when they say you should call me to see if you can go to another league. There is no call. I'm an independent contractor. I can go wherever I want to go. I don't have to ask you. If you have business with this business, oh, if you have beef with this business over here, got nothing to do with me. I'm an independent contractor. I can go anywhere. By law, I can go anywhere. You can't tell me no, or you can't tell me that I can't go there. I'm not your employee. I'm free to seek business everywhere. Listen, a non-compete agreement signed by a so-called independent contractor likely won't be valid at all. Look, and I'm gonna get to the likely, right? Because again, I said you already could fight it, but it's gonna be a cost if they try to, right? A non-compete is something an employee signs. Note, a self-employed business owner, right? Or not a self-employed business owner. As a general rule, you cannot restrict an independent contractor's right to work freely. By classifying someone as an independent contractor and having them sign a non-compete, you're violating your own contract. Listen, man. Ooh, got some colors, some rainbow up on there too. Hold on. My camera trying to autofocus. Y'all can look this up yourself, man. Y'all can look this up yourself, man. Hold on. Hold on. You're violating your own contract, right? Then it says, this is the question, right? This is, if you counter, this is playing both sides a little bit. Can't I sue the independent contractor for violating the agreement since they signed it, even though the contract probably isn't completely legal, right? Just because someone signs something doesn't mean that the agreement will be held up in court. That contract you made them sign might actually lead to an enforcement authority determining you to be the contractor's employer, right? Which means that they could be protected by the same laws that protect all employees. Then the hammer comes down and it could be coming down on you, not them, right? So if you take this to court and fight it, you will have to fight it along the lines of me being your employee, which means if I've been in your employee since 2020 and it's 2023, you owe me a lot. From money to 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 help pay federal taxes, help pay state taxes, benefits, health care. You owe me all that 3 years back if I'm your employee and not an independent contractor. See what I'm saying? You were supposed to be paying money towards that for me, but you're not doing that. URL's been pocketing that money because y'all not employees. So all the benefits that the employees get, URL's been keeping that money. And they're signing y'all as independent contractors. That's how they keep their money. Right? So know if you're an independent contractor or an employee. Right? In the contract that they gave Eazy, it's stating in their wording that he's an independent contractor. They put that in there, which is why it contradicts itself. Because you can't sign and do a non-compete with any independent contractor. Can't do it. It defeats the purpose of them being an independent contractor. You mean they're not an employee? Are you hiring me as an employee or am I an independent contractor? If I'm an independent contractor, I can work with you and go work with them. Which one is it? Right? So, suing someone for violating an illegal contract is like calling the police to arrest someone for stealing your illegal drugs. That's the purpose of it. Suing someone for violating an illegal contract, because it's an illegal contract technically, right? It's like calling the police to arrest someone for stealing your illegal drugs, right? What happens when an independent contractor is sued for a non-compete violation, right? So this would be URL saying that Eazy went to Chrome, right? He violated. That he went to his own league or whatever the case is. He violated, which he didn't. He didn't. In contract, he could do that because he's an independent contractor, right? Your contract is just wrong. This is what Eazy's saying. Your contract is wrong. So when he says, no, I am out the contract, I believe he's going off of the contract itself contradicts itself to the point where it's null and void. It's null and void. Because you classify me as an independent contractor. You can't limit my work. While I'm sitting out, you're not paying me. Right? Even in Eazy's work, it said he worked like 13 days. So what is he doing for money the whole rest of the days if he has a non-compete and he can't go anywhere else? This is why it violates the contract. In y'all paperwork, it says he worked 13 days out of a year. What type of employer is that? If he's your employee. Now he get the lump sum on whatever days. What about everything else that comes with that? If he's an employee. But again, y'all make sure not to say that it's an employee, which is where y'all messed up at. You fucked up because you don't want to pay them benefits. You fucked up. All right. You say he's an independent contractor. You know what you was doing by saying he's an independent contractor. And you fucked up when you did that. You know you fucked up, right? You said you dropped a bottle at 12. You know you fucked up. Okay. What happens when an independent contractor is sued for a non-compete violation, right? Because that's what in terms it would be, that he violated his contract, right? Suing an independent contractor for a non-compete violation could and likely would lead to a counter-complaint. This is a counter-suit. A counter-complaint where your independent contractor, right, who would be arguing that he's a misclassified employee, right? That's what their argument would have to be, because they can't argue that their contract is legally binding because it's not. Because it's not. And if they say their lawyer is that good, then your lawyer should know that. If he reads the law, he would know that. It's just nobody's been, I guess, I don't know, mindful enough to pay attention to the wording or what the actual rights were as independent contractors and this, that, and the other. Maybe majority of battle rappers don't even have lawyers, which they should, especially if you walk around with change. Y'all don't have lawyers and accountants and whatnot, but that's neither here nor there, right? So, back to that. Suing an independent contractor for a non-compete violation could and likely would lead to a counter complaint where the independent contractor, aka also known as misclassified employee, right, will come back at you for misclassifying them. You could then be held responsible for unpaid wages and back taxes and held accountable for violating federal employment law and any applicable state labor laws that pertain to the situation. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. Listen, man. Shout out Battle Booth. Y'all make sure that y'all tag Angry Fan 007, man. Y'all make sure y'all go tag A Verb in this. You know what I mean? That we everybody gotta have a discussion right now. Where's Harlem Legend? Where's Qua? You know what I mean? Where DME Detroit at? Where everybody at, man? Drizzy. Drizzy Junior TV, man. Shout out, man. Where's everybody at, man? Y'all gotta get on this now. Y'all gotta get on this right now. Okay? Misclassified employees is the loophole. The contract is misclassifying battle rappers as independent contractors and not employees. With the type of, again, it's with the type of contract it has, with the type of contract it's supposed to be. The contract really is, I wouldn't say is a horrible contract outside of the length of time. It's the fact that the non-compete stuff is in there with a independent contractor. That shouldn't be in there. That's what makes it null and void. Right? And you just got to take whatever comes with that. Now, again, if URL goes to the court, try to fight it, right? The only argument that they can use, because they cannot have an independent contractor and leave the non-compete in there. So what they would have to say is, we accidentally put him in as a independent contractor, but we meant for him to be an employee. They can attempt to use that. But then comes years worth of headache, financial headache that they owe Eazy. And not only Eazy, it would be anybody who's had one of these contracts. Anybody, even if your contract expired and you was under this and you didn't, and it violated your independent contractor guidelines, right? And you was on it for 3 years, for 4 years, they would owe those people 3 to 4 years of whatever it is that they owe with that non-compete shit in there, right? So y'all got to look at this, man. Y'all got to look at this. You know what I mean? This, in a big part, this is why y'all should be getting paid way more money than what you're getting paid. You're independent contractor who's shooting yourself in the foot from other businesses. And then, listen, I mean to say this, man. Do you know how many battle rappers there was at one point in time trying to get and or who got a shot on URL? There's a lot of them that we don't see anymore on URL. There's a lot we don't see on URL. And the way URL likes to portray themselves is, you can't copy respect, and we don't mess with them guys over there, and we don't mess with these guys over here, right? They don't put themselves at the forefront of that, right? They let the battlers who so amped and want to be so loyal to URL, they let y'all put yourselves on the forefront of that, to where y'all talk bad or talk down on other leagues, right? And then when you're not booked, and we talking about, if you want to really get paid, you can't alienate yourself from the other bigger leagues as an independent contractor. That don't even make sense, right? So now when you on these forefront and you raving for URL and you talking about these other leagues and how they the D league and they this, that, and other, so on, so on. So when URL no longer booking you, where you getting these bigger checks from? Where you getting these bigger checks from? Because you know you can't go to the D League, right? And then what y'all call some of these other leagues, the D League. You can't go to the D League unless you know what I mean? You're going to be on all fours. You know what I mean? No bars. But that's pretty much what you have to do. You have to kiss ass. But you put yourself in that position. I don't even say that you let URL put you in that position. You put yourself in that position, right? Mr. Independent Contractor, right? You shot yourself in the foot. All right? You shot yourself in the foot. For what? Where's Press Mafia? He was fire. Press Mafia was fire. Where he at? He was URL big stage hate maker boy. Where he at? He ain't on King of the Dot. He ain't on RBE. He ain't on Don't Flop. He ain't even on Bullpen. GTX, Riot. Where is he at? Chrome. Shot in the foot. Where's Mr. Wavy? Where's Tylo? Listen, these are just some people. There's a lot of those people though. There's a lot of those people. I don't even see Mike P as I once did. What's Ryder? Drugs? There's a lot. That's just, again, that's just a few. There's tens. Easily in the hundreds over the past maybe almost 10 years, I probably watched battle rap. But easily, we could just name tens. And then it go back to the smaller leagues because they done shot themselves in the foot. And then the other ones are in these long-term contracts, and they can't even, if they're not big enough to force their way out of those to where they don't need them, they just hover in the contract. And the only thing happens is I spend a year and a half, 2 years, get you hot. I burn you for about 2.5 of those 3. Then I might get you for another. Now you might feel good about that 4-year, 5-year contract. Get you another 4. Burn you again for 2. Like burn you out for 2, and then let you sit for 2. Because by that time I done got like 7, 8 years up out of you, and I don't feel like you that hot no more. So I'm gonna cool you off your last 2 years of your contract, so you don't look as good when you go to other big leagues now, because your name's been in the dirt for 2 years. Then now when you go there, it's less likely that you're gonna go there. And then if you do, it's like your name's so low that you probably ain't gonna make no money anyway. So then you just fall back down to the smaller leagues. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this, man. Independent contractors and non-compete contracts. Listen, go do your due diligence. Read up on it like I did. I just read a little bit this morning. I'm like, oh man, and then I ended up having to go to work in the afternoon. And I didn't get off till like 9. It's almost 11 now. And then as soon as I got in, I see Battle Rap Booth. I'm like, oh, and now I listen. Go check out Battle Rap Booth video on it. He just posted it. It might be like 5 hours, 6 hours ago now. All right, the Battle Rap Booth. Go check that out. And when I checked it out, I made sure I watched the whole video. Even though I was anxious to get on mine and then go do, I made sure to finish watching his whole joint. No bars. You know what I mean? And make sure you hit that like button on this video too. You know what I mean? Do your due diligence. All you battle rappers, do your due diligence. All you up and comers, mid tiers who's in these contracts, go look at these contracts, man. If you unhappy, call Eazy. Listen, y'all could arguably get a class action going on against URL. Being honest with you. They got a lawsuit coming. URL has if this is a lot of their contract, now I don't know how many of these types of contracts they have out there. I don't know how long they've been using these type of contracts with this wording in it. But they could easily but if Eazy has it, I know multiple people. Everybody know multiple people have it that is in there. Right? URL, a lot. And if they don't end up paying battle rappers some type of back pay money, if they do that, then they try to reclassify them as employees, then not only do they owe them back pay money and stuff, they also owe back taxes and stuff too. That's gonna be so they're gonna leave it as independent contractors, which means you guys are free. Not only that, if they even attempt to at that point when they do the, oh man, if you go there, then if you go mess with them, I can't do nothing for you. Then that's when you get back into the ballpark of, man, that's like blackmail. Then at that point in time, you like blackmailing independent contractors and shit, man. You might URL. Listen, North let y'all live. Y'all misclassified Norbs and you won a little bit. But now y'all not gonna win this misclassification right here though. Y'all not gonna win this. This is bad right here, bro. This is bad. Y'all make sure to go check that out, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'd already burned 30 minutes. I won't put to. I hope y'all got all the information. Listen, whatever. If what I said bring up more questions, right? Quick Google independent contractor non-compete contracts. Or you can look up illegal independent contractor contracts or illegal non-compete contracts. Right? Those three things right there. Now, I don't remember exactly what I just said, you know what I mean? So y'all gonna have to rewind this. All right, y'all definitely gonna have to definitely gonna have to rewind this, man. Y'all gotta make sure you get this information, man. Soldier, I see you down there, man. These people gotta get some information, man. Some legal stuff going on, you know what I mean, in the battle rap community. So I had to let it be known for them to catch it in the morning before I go to bed. All right.